So you see we're looking at the same thing that we were looking at just a second ago. Every age transition kind of starts you from something identical to where you were on a Myst Island and then changes everything else around you. Kind of creates a natural transition. It also leaves it a little bit obscure. Are you at like different points in Myst's history, or are you in different places where there's just kind of a physical congruence? The mechanical age is also where we start to get some plot points here. So we know we've got Atreus and his two sons, Cirrus and Achenar. If we read the books, you learn a little bit about their relationship, that he's raising his two sons to follow in his footsteps and write books about ages, using this talent known as the art. But as we start to get some context clues here, Cirrus and Achenar seem to have very high ambitions. Not only have high ambitions, but they've got low scruples. They've got this hidden room here full of gems. This lovely note that he's written his brother. Your greed sickens me. Desire for wealth and plunder is never satisfied. Go out and instruct my subjects not to pay your new tax, and you'll know they'll listen to me. Guards out. So, oh, a red page. He wanted those, right? We'll collect them. No harm can come from that. We'll swing around to the other side of this structure, and we'll see the other brother's domain. And this is something you'll notice a trend throughout the ages. They both seem to set up little domains themselves. They don't share the same space ever. The rotation simulations is like a little hint and clue that the structure you're in can rotate and turn. And you can kind of practice with the levers here if you need to. So, like I'm turning the building around. And then locking it. See that exhaust sound? That's key because we can use this to learn the sounds that correspond with the different cardinal directions, which is going to be important not only in this age, but the Selenetic age that we'll do here. So we have this incredibly unpleasant looking blue page, and hopefully this is something we need to... Oh god, no it is not. Alright, so Cirrus and Achenar are not nice people. Very not nice people. You get that very quickly. Knives and drink and messing with each other. So we have this chamber we can't do anything to. But as with most things in Myst, the secret is just to hit buttons. The more you hit buttons, the more things happen. The more things happen, the closer you get to getting out of each individual age. This is thankfully the easiest puzzle in the game. We did it! Alright, so now of course we have to ask, what did we do? See, now we have access to that elevator. Alright, so let's go ahead and go in, head up. Okay. So this is nothing, nowhere. It's cool, it's beautiful, it's gears. Looks like there's something up here, but I can't reach it. And that's a little clue we have is you hit this and then bail out of the elevator. Have it head off on its own. And that reveals... Aha! The same levers that we had before. Now, unfortunately, we don't get the visual diagram, so we're forced to rely on what we've learned from the sounds. We'll rotate this. Just lock it in. An exhaust sound. And again, we learned that the exhaust sound was pointing a specific direction. So, now if I remember, exhaust takes you east, but is there anything east? Let's check my notes, because I made a point to take notes. So, sure enough, exhaust sound does. So let's go ahead and head back down. Again, if I was being a good Myst player and writing down notes as I played, I would have gone east, north, west, and south, and little notes here to have my little guide, my own beautiful, I don't know, I wouldn't use calligraphy necessarily, but like my own beautiful script. And we head back outside. There are a couple bits of tedium to some of the puzzles in Myst, I'll admit, and we are now facing a different direction. So we go up to this island. We have two pieces. We have these three triangles, circle, and half moon. There's another island over there where we get the other two pieces, then we rotate back to there. Now that you've kind of seen how that puzzle works, let's pass on rotating there. We'll just rotate back to home base. Because, again, we must go through a chamber, come to the back room, go to the elevator, go up the elevator, send the elevator back down without us, adjust the levers, call the elevator back up, go back down the elevator, head back outside. So, there's not a lot of quick travel here, so. In the spirit of that, we're going to take some shortcuts to make up for the lack of quick travel. Now that we've kind of demystified the puzzle here. I am a dad, I'm allowed to say things like that. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Maybe. Let's see if that was on. Cowbell! Yes, we do have multiple sounds, and one of them is the legendary Bruce Dickinson's favorite. So once you've got a cowbell sound, it means you can head back outside. We do have a Christopher Walken game here, actually, in the FMV Zone. We've got Ripper on display in the horror section. Notify the Herald. And there we are, back where we started. Now, if you went to the other island, you would see the first two symbols are obscured by my cough. And the two that we found legitimately. So we're not going to totally cheese our way through this. And a beautiful passage opens back up. We've collected a red page and a blue page. Here's our linking book back. Back to the library and done with the mechanical. Yes. So the short version of it is once somebody who's used the art has written a book about a world that's like sufficiently accurate and dense and like matches up with something, it becomes a connection to that world. There's some philosophical debate about whether the world is created by the person who writes it or the world is discovered by the person writing it. There's a great, I don't want to necessarily hype our own work, but at the Adventure Game Fanfare last year, Jess Haskins interviewed Rand Miller on stage, and they talked a little bit about this, and it's kind of one of the fun philosophical debates in the game is like, well, what is actually happening? Is it worlds are being created, worlds are being discovered? And Gen, as the main villain in Myst, and Atris as the main character throughout the series, kind of exemplify those two ideas or those two routes towards treating the idea of using this mystical power known as the art. So the next stage we're going to check out is Stone Ship. This lovely book on Stone Ship. And it has a son named Willow. Oh, what a lovely ship. So they've got a nice life at sea. Submersible lamp, so we'll probably be going underwater for a little bit. Suns are frightened by the rain. Got a nice lighthouse here, so we definitely have like a nautical theme going on with this age. The lighthouse is finished, so they built the lighthouse for them. Oh, here's a nice bird's eye view of Stone Ship. We've got the lighthouse. We've got how the ship is kind of run aground, and the pieces of it are connected with the island to sort of make this one cohesive age. It's really pretty. And then we have constellations, and this is our clue for how to get to this age. So we've got stars that line up with constellations, constellations with symbols. This one takes a little bit of to do, so we're just going to kind of briefly explain how you discover it, and then just do it. So we know constellations are things we can view in an observatory, but we wouldn't know necessarily what stars we're viewing when. Because if you remember, the stars in the sky shift with dates and times, right? So why don't we just go ahead and say it is what, about 11 a.m. on 0 to, oh, not 2020, 2025, right? And what's today's date? 18th, 19th? 19th, alright, so 19th of October. So here is what Myst thinks the stars look like in the sky, right now. that's beautiful, but it doesn't match up with any of our constellations. It's because we don't know the when. So, we would discover the when in the library, right? So we would adjust our dial, we would tweak it to, we're headed to Stone Ship, so it would be no surprise that you would lock it with the ship. We would head back into the library there. Our key would be dates and times, so we would know what times to be looking for in there, which we then patch up with the star shapes, which then have symbols, and the symbols line up with these neat little markers. And the markers we need to get to Stone Ship are think, needle, and leaf. Sure enough, the ship rides up and we can get in it. Well, not that one, actually. This one over here. So we sprint down, and Stone Ship, second age unlocked. Let's head on in. See what's going on in this lovely mess of ship parts, a lighthouse, and wires.